to Updated Fresh. It's another beautiful day to talk about things that happen for inside Nigeria. Thank you so much for being part of the show. And today the show will be very, very heated. I'll let you in on the guests we beside get for inside the month very, very soon. But before then, make I just run out through the headlines we get today sharp, sharp, sharp because time no day again. So if I say inside the headlines we get today, there's this exclusive conversation by Sahara reporters, by the way, how intelligence reports they expose kidnapping bandit syndicates across northern Nigeria. Across northern Nigeria. Why? Then the first time that my question with people they ask me that to go look at the syndicate and perhaps the underlining, the bottom motive we didn't get. Kidnapping started in southern Nigeria. In fact, kidnapping start for Niger Delta. Oh, it didn't start in the north. That's what Governor Sule talk. So before that go begin blame us now, say, hey, now northerners now start kidnapping. No. It was a southern thing before. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna look at that conversation. Tinubu's military intervention in Benin Republic is impeachable offense. Now, so lawyer Marshal Abubakar talk. And then shock as Nigerian soldiers escorting brigade commander in Yola shoot dead 7 protesting women, others injured. Seven protesting women. Wow. Eh. Okay. And then scores of pupils still remain in captivity despite bandits freeing 100 Niger Catholic, that is St. Mary's Niger Catholic school pupils. As government they jubilate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we happy say the 100 they don't release them. But one thing I did not notice in that statement is when exactly we go release the remaining ones. I will just act like saying only 100 and kidnap. Then the rest people don't come, make them go to hell. I don't know. That's the question people are asking. But when we reach there, we will answer the question when the time comes. And then we'll move on to other issues very quickly. As our present leaders are corrupt, they have no conscience or integrity. Even the president is already campaigning for 2027, despite the killings in the country. Now, we may talk, that not be my handwriting. Bishop Samuel Ike, now they talk this one for pulpit. Whoa. Now, I tell you yesterday, Senator Sarah K. Dixon don't accuse APC of politicizing corruption, terrorism. Imagine accusing a political party of politicizing corruption and terrorism over serious normal issues. Wow. What does he know? Well, we don't know. Suspected headers don't injure residents, burn property for inside Bauchi State. That one said they bandits don't kidnap 3 family members for inside Kwara State. And that one day, National Security Advisor NSA, he don't collect the 100 children we visited and rescue from St. Mary's Catholic School for Niger State. He don't receive them back. So that one said he did. And then Tinubu meets 6 APC governors behind closed doors in Aso Rock. He also meet Oga Nwifuru of Ebonyi State and Siminalayi Fubara of River State. It is time for concrete action. U.S. delegation reveals details of meeting with Nigerian government. We'll also look into that conversation. ADC urges federal government to tackle domestic insecurity with same urgency as Benin Coup. In case you don't understand, I say wait, the same energy, swift action. When I use do Benin Coup, but use that swiftness, use handle the insecurity we will go through for Nigeria. How about that? We're good. If Ona is like that now. And then Benin declares coup leader, Lieutenant Colonel Tigray, wanted. Say, Oga, come show yourself, come answer for your crime. And Benin coup, Nigeria acts fast abroad, but fails to tackle insecurity at home. Hey, ADC and I they talk this one. This one I'm waiting. Igbo people they call Okamanama. Abi? Okay. All right. Ex-minister's aide condemns EFCC's sealing of Silva Abuja's Governor Silva's ex-Governor Silva, ex-minister Silva's Abuja home. Remember saying that still the same coup matter for Nigeria and I make this, according to them, say we make the sealing home. I just make a reminder now. Tinubu meets Fubara Nwifuru as in Asoro Villa. And then manufacturers cry out as Senate bill 6 1,200 hike in SSV excise duty. That is what they said things had already. Things are about to become tighter. Okay, now. All right. And then Remi Tinubu shuts down Governor Adeleke on stage, threatens to turn off his mic for singing. No, don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. Court rejects Nnamdi Kanu's request for transfer from Sokoto prison. That one said they'll go look into. I'm not teaching staff to federal government, pay 50 billion or face total university shutdown in 2026. And that one said the Tinubu's government fears Peter Obi more than Atiku ahead of 2027. Peter Amen, I they talk this. Hey, I got Peter Amen. Why they talk like this? And then the House of Reps committee orders NNPCL boss Ojulari to appear over audit queries. Remember, saying since even after we hear 10 trillion naira means don't they call them since Oga come answer. Several persons killed in Enugu auto crash as bus collides with Hilux truck. That one said they and then fresh plots to assassinate whistleblower Nnamdi Eme in Anambra prison exposed as international rights groups demand immediate release. Same gonna release and what did he even do? We make the ED prison. We look into him. Kebi allocates 10 billion naira for 1,300 Hajj seats, exceeds water, health, education expenditure combined. I don't understand. That is for Kebi State. They allocate 10 billion naira for 1,300 people to use Guru Hajj. Do you understand? And this money where they allocate like this, it passed their budget for water, health, education. If you join all of them together, the budget for inside those ones together, a person. It shock you. It cannot shock you. This is Nigeria. And then, yeah, these and other matters that maybe so going to look into this evening. And I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone with EBC join us for Inside the Show. Make a look at that go fit get in touch with my guests very, very quickly so that we'll begin the conversation in earnest because I know if you wish to get at least a very informed perspective for the conversation, especially as it gets to do with this whole Benin Republic issue, the legality around them, the constitutionality around this Benin Republic issue, and not. It is very important. Make we get informed decision. Joining us inside the studio now, Barrister Asim, Barrister Asim Adam Asim. Barrister Asim, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Precious. Good evening, Nigerians.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. So before I get into other matters then with the share this evening, because if they want serious case where they expose an intelligence report where they expose kidnapping and bandit syndicates across northern Nigeria. Before I expose that and then talk about waiting Governor Sule talk, he say kidnapping no start from north. Say start for on a Niger Delta. That is your Niger Delta now you start from. So before we blame North, say then start kidnapping. Say now on a start them. It's not like they're continuing from where you people stopped, but now on a start them first of all.
Yes.
All right. But make we first of all get down to the crux of the matter. I mean, that's the matter waiting for everybody lives. The invasion of Benin Republic by Nigerian military troop on the order of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who also tweeted about it and accepted or took responsibility for what our military do for inside there. At first, initially, we would talk saying no, Nigeria been just go. They never do anything. As they hear say the coup no successful, now then come back. But the president actually owned up to the fact that our soldiers helped to ensure that the Benin Republic people take back and the Benin Republic government take back governance. First of all, what is the constitutionality behind this? Is it constitutional? Because some people talk, say, oh, they expect, say the president not supposed to do that without transmitting to the National Assembly and National Assembly consenting it. Let's assume because it's weekend. Has he done that today? And did the National Assembly today accept and say, oh, Oga, go ahead. We give you go ahead. Make I just understand the place of the law for that. Then before we begin, look at other issues surrounding it.
All right, thank you. See, can you hear me?
Yes, very well. Crystal clear, sir.
All right. You see, the president of Nigeria, has the premature, he has the right, he has the executive authority to send, troops, Nigerian military armed forces to any country to go to war.
Okay.
Now, these powers are given to him under Section 5 sub 4 of the 1999 Constitution and under Section 5 sub 5 of the 1999 Constitution.
Okay, sir.
Let me break it down.
Okay, sir.
Section 5 sub 4 and Section 5 sub 5 of the 1999 Constitution gives the president the premature authority to do what he did. Now, let me start with Section 5 sub 4. Section 5 sub 4 says that if there is any imminent threat of danger to Nigeria's integrity, sovereignty, territorial, if there's any imminent threat, for instance, if Cameroon, like it happened some years back, or Chad, like it happened some years back, you know, they entered into Nigeria's territory and declared war, and they were fighting, you know, bringing their war to Nigeria.
Okay.
The president is that premature.
Okay.
Now, if the president say they want to invade Nigeria, he has the right to do that. So now what happens is Section 5 sub 4 says that he has to give 7 days notice to the National Assembly.
Absolutely. Yes. I was going to hold you on that. Yes. Yes.
Yes, before he can do that. And when the Senate, the National Assembly now get that transmission of letter, they have 14 days to now take a decision whether the president can invade.
Exactly like what he did with the Niger situation, where the National Assembly turned him down.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now that is, you understand?
Yes, sir.
But Section 5 sub 5 of the same 1999 Constitution, under the executive powers, because the executive powers of the president lie in Section 5 of the 1999 Constitution. So Section 5 sub 5 for our Constitution says that the president may, use the word may, send troops to any foreign country. Can you hear me?
So may is probable. It's probable. It's not certain. May, the word may there is probable. It's not certain.
At his discretion.
That's what I'm saying now. They're probable now. Now whether he will feed them or he no feed them. Okay.
Yes. So Tinubu can sit there like he did. He felt that the coup that happened in Benin Republic was being sponsored by the Sahel countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, and those other groups that have vowed that soldiers to take over the West African sub-region. So he felt that if he allowed that to happen in Benin, it could spread to Nigeria.
Awesome.
So he now went on combat.
Awesome.
The combat he went for did not last up to 1 day. It didn't have to 2 days.
Fine. So this particular one now, he did not have to need, because of the executive powers, he no get to require the to transmit to National Assembly.
Because he's going there to just hit and come back.
Okay.
You understand the point? Just going there to go and hit, then come back to the nation, to Nigeria back.
Okay, sir.
As the case may be. You understand the point now?
Very well.
He does not need it. Go to Section 5 sub 5 of the 1999 Constitution.
I totally get you, sir.
Good. If after doing that, he cannot transmit a letter to the National Assembly. You understand the point?
Okay,
he
sir.
cannot do that. For instance, let me give an example. If this thing happened on a Sunday, which I believe was yesterday, because on a
of
weekend,
course.
Also,
yes, sir.
Good. The National Assembly were not sitting.
Yes. So by today, at least by noon today, he's supposed to transmit to National Assembly.
They didn't even give him a day. They didn't even give him 1 day or 2 days.
You
understand? After, yes, if you are with your constitution, then open it and see what I'm telling, what I'm trying to explain to you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If once you don't do the action, he will now write to National Assembly. This is the reason why I did this. They are to ratify that is whatever.
Okay. Sir.
So there are two limbs. Section 5 sub 4, Section 5 sub 5.
Okay.
Section 5 sub 4 says that Nigeria can prepare to go to war with Benin.
Thank you.
Can prepare to go to war.
If they say what's in they happen, they will affect our own sovereignty and our territorial integrity.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with this, but the question.
They prepare for war. They prepare for war to invade Nigeria. Or whatever. All this. Then he goes, okay, they will begin to prepare for war. You cannot write National Assembly.
All right.
In this case, they say the coup they take place. If you are not acted immediately, like he did that yesterday, the coup go don't ravage the country and people extend to Nigeria. So that is the powers given to him.
All right, sir. I do understand you very well, perfectly well so, but I do have some follow-up questions. I hope you don't mind, sir.
There's no problem, I'm here.
Awesome. First of all, for the same day, I mean, let's look at the internal crisis which caused the issue for Benin Republic, and then look at the role of our president as a big brother to Benin Republic and ECOWAS. I mean, he just acted like a big brother. That's in when you do not act up, because he also states say now on the request of the Benin Republic government. So that means he was helping a younger brother who was in distress, right? And which is fantastic, absolutely great. But then again, President Talon.
Not just helping a brother. Nigeria and Benin Republic has.
We be neighbors, we be backyard here. In fact, Yoruba tribe there for inside Benin Republic, so I understand that.
Wait, fractions. Wait, hold on.
Okay, sir.
Wait, let me explain to you because people don't understand. Under Section 5 of 5, the president does not need to consult the National Assembly. He needs to consult with the National Defense Council. In America, they call it War Council. Are you getting my point?
Yes, I do.
Like what happened in Benin? He didn't need to consult the National Assembly immediately. He will consult the National Defense Council because it is very urgent. I don't need to understand the point.
Yes, I do get you, sir.
So in this case, Benin Republic even has a treaty, defense treaty with Nigeria. Are you aware?
Yes, I do.
So it was based on.
Go ahead, sir.
It was based on the defense treaty.
Okay.
Between Nigeria and Benin Republic that the president of Benin wrote to Nigerian president asking to activate the treaty between the two countries to help him.
Based on this treaty where we get with Benin Republic, now they use call, say make we help them. Okay, so speaking about that, now people they ask a few questions. People waiting for inside Benin Republic don't see the president as a dictator because of some things we say they do. They're saying they clamp down on dissenting voices. They don't amend constitution, different times to make sure say favor on one word or the other. The most recent one at the extension of the ruling period from 5 years to 7 years. I mean the tenureship of president from 5 years to 7 years. Where even though say we feel not affect them more, but it go affecting in personal person. And then the fact say they clamp down on opposition. I mean, most opposition people then, so they shut up. The question is, as a big brother, when your younger brother they do those kind of things, why don't you also tell them that this thing you're doing is unconstitutional? Sorry, it's undemocratic. Stop it. Because if you look at what happened in Benin Republic, the crowd then they cheer the military on. That means majority of the people wanted it. So what happened?
That is the majority on the streets, not the majority
on the streets. The streets, not be the people.
I'm coming,
yes, sir.
Precious.
Okay, sir.
I'm coming, Precious.
All right, sir.
When people pour out to the street, many of them have motives, different motives. Some may be there to support government or not to support government. Some may be there to create mayhem and create confusion in the country. Are you getting my point?
Yes, I do get you.
And let me go answer that quickly. It is the internal affairs. It is internal affairs of Benin Republic. The president of Nigeria can advise. He cannot force him. Donald Trump in America wanted to alter the constitution so that he can go for a third term. You see not so? At the end of the day, the National Assembly of the country resisted him and said it cannot happen. So if the president of Nigeria advised the Benin Republic man, here, will it force him to ensure democracy?
But is there even any evidence? Is there even any evidence that indeed either him or other ECOWAS leaders advised him or said something? None. Because I mean, at the comes, what are the evidences? What are the evidence? Please show me, sir.
There are evidences.
Okay.
In the last ECOWAS meeting, all countries of the sub-region were advised to toe the path of democracy and rule of law. They were all asked to toe the path of democracy and rule of law. And in that article 37, or thereabout that resolution, they call it resolution 37, it was stated that countries that are members of ECOWAS should throw democracy and rule of law.
Okay.
And even that resolution 37 said that they are against taking over by force of arm. That is coup. Are you getting my point?
I do get you, sir.
So it is there. It is not left for them to advise.
No, so you don't. The point is why the ECOWAS, the same ECOWAS, and the same neighboring states, and no, they did quick to acting to these their brothers when they behave unruly against the rule of law and unconstitutionally, but they are quick to clamp down on people who's against it.
They cannot use force to tell him to do what he wants to do. They can only encourage change of government by the ballot, and not by the gun.
Wow, fantastic.
They can encourage change of government by the ballot and not by the gun.
Fantastic. Fantastic, sir. Fantastic, sir. So another question I say, to all Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians, if not most of us, were shocked that Nigeria fit actually act swiftly to deploy troops, fighter jets to another country. Meanwhile, we don't get dozens of Nigerians, in their hundreds, they die from activities of, I don't know what to call them, I don't want to call them bandits, of terrorists where they within our sovereignty, within our territorial sovereignty. And we know fit use that same energy on them. And this is exactly why Nigerians are complaining. Why it be say if you get to do with the people then where they attack us, we know fit exact that same energy. Where it be say we exact now for inside another country. Do you by chance have any idea? Or is there anything in the constitution stopping the president from acting towards the terrorists in the same way he just acted towards the sovereignty of Benin?
I want to tell you that the argument that has been put up is fallacious. And at the same time, you cannot compare. Listen to me.
Okay, sir.
You cannot compare what happened in Coup in Benin Republic to insurgency. Insurgency has been there for 15 years, yes.
Of course.
There's a difference. Between a coup. Okay, for instance.
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. This is not about the difference. We all know the difference. We're asking, why can we not exert the same might? What would they exert on this? Why? Help me show us. That's why you're here to educate us. Let's understand why it's impossible. Go ahead, sir.
Allow me to say something.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, sir.
All right,
so
sir.
I don't lose my focus.
Okay, sir.
What I am saying is that if you look at what happened, Nigeria has been fighting insurgency. But whether they are fighting it enough or not fighting it enough is what the argument should be. They have been fighting it. And they have been exerting forces on the insurgents. They have been killing. We have been hearing where they said terrorists they killed about 15 etc. But we are asking them to put in more. Not that they are looking at it, they're not doing anything about it. They have been fighting it, as the case may be. And when you talk about insurgents, these kidnappers and insurgents are not staying in one place. The coup plotters in Benin, you could see that they could themselves in the radio or national television headquarters. That was where they went. So they could pinpoint them, quite unlike what is happening here. I am not giving an excuse for them, for the president of Nigeria, or Nigeria as the case may be. The only area I'm asking the president that he would have done more is that number one, he should put in more effort in fighting terrorism and insurgency by using technological means as scientific means. Pep up the event, drive Boko Haram out of Sambisa, and even pursue them to Niger or Chad or Mali where they are. That is the only area I'm looking at. But if you compare the two situations, there are two different situations at SAB. But the president must up the ante, by using vicious methods now to now try and fight it. It's not going to be quick like it happened in the Benin Republic. It might take some years or some months, as the case may be, because these people, you kill them, others will resurrect. You kill them, others will come up again, as the case may be. It's an argument that is neither here nor there. We call it chikwata, as the case may be. Can you hear me?
I can hear you crystal clear, sir.
Absolutely. So that is what I can say. I will tell the president to pep up. Yes, the two arguments are not the same, but Mr. President, we are asking you to up the ante, be more vicious We know you've done a little bit trying to repair them, but do more than you are doing.
All right. All right. All right. So you're practically saying, of course, that the president, they're doing best for the terrorism, the fight against terrorism, and that because of the complex nature of terrorism, Inogofi act as swiftly as in act for Benin Republic because it is complex. And they come, sir. It is complex. It is complex. Say people go fit enter a village, shoot sporadically, kill number of people for villages. And they still there within the sovereignty of Nigeria because they are still within our territorial sovereignty, whether we like it or not. You know. And then
are you aware that my brother has been kidnapped before? Now we knew exactly, we were able to track the kidnappers where they were. But they were holding the people hostage. They were putting guns on their heads. Now we know where they are. But when you want to go there, you have a lot of casualties. All those kidnapped.
I am not disputing that, sir. I was just creating a background to ask you a question. I am not disputing that.
It is more of intelligence gathering. It is more of scientific and modern day, protection or warfare. It's more complex than they could think. It's more complex than that. Let me give an example. There was a viral video on social media. You could see the kidnappers. You could track them. You know their location. But they are holding these people, as shades. So you need intelligence. You don't need brute force.
But now the modus operandi of terrorists with that now. So there's nothing you're saying, sir, that is new. Now the way terrorists operate with that, they always hold innocent people, or they go shield themselves amongst civilians so that go fit attack them. We all know this. But however, building to my question again as I was going, the president has done his best, and just like you stated, because of the complexity of the situation, they had to attack them heads on, as we used to for Benin Republic. But people with more sophisticated technology, the United States, with more sophisticated technology, has told our president, if you don't do it fast, because you have the capacity to do it, because we see that some of these people at the end of the day, you still grant them amnesty. They are repented and reintegrated into the society. Even though there is still some sort of denial, some of them are still integrated into Nigerian military force or security agencies. So they come now. Make I finish my question, sir. So if this is happening, I understand that you do not have, the United States government understands that we do not have the intelligence or the technology to battle this. And they have said, if you cannot handle this, we will come and get rid of the terrorists. That was what Trump said. Terrorists was what he called them. He didn't say he's coming to fight Nigeria. Why was everyone panicking? Because both the president, every other person from the presidency, they condemned what Trump is saying, and that, we're a sovereign nation, we cannot come, nobody can come in like that and attack terrorists in our sovereignty. It was as though that Trump had said he was going to attack Nigeria personally or innocent Nigerians. Meanwhile, the statement read that he was going to attack the terrorists and get rid of them. So I want to understand, if this whole thing where you talk day like this for Benin, why is it hard for a senior brother too from another country, Trump, to come help us kill these people where they kill us? Not vex, sir.
The reason is this. America, they talk so they get technology.
They don't get.
The biggest terrorist activity happened in America in 9/11. Where was their intelligence? Where was their technology? That World Trade Center was brought down. That is a 9/11.
How many number? So you know the number of people who die for Nigeria because of terrorist attack. How often does it happen in the US?
I'm coming.
Okay. But did they eventually catch the perpetrators or not, sir?
Just hold on, I'm coming, precious.
Okay, sir.
The second one is that America, by statistics, it has shown that killings by civilians with weapons is on the rise. Now, when a man plans to take gun out to go and kill people outside, what have they done to stem those shooting in the malls, shooting in the mosques and churches? What have they done to stem it? Is it not still hydra-headed today in America?
Sir, the same question. No, the same. I'm sorry to say, but before you land, let me take you on that. The same question the Benin Republic people who are against the sit-tight syndrome, or perhaps the Lord Godfather syndrome of Talon, will tell you that what has Nigerian government also done to make sure they handle their own problem before coming to solve their own in Benin? That's the same question they will ask.
You see, it's not the problem of Nigeria is not cool.
No, but it is whether we like it or not, it's got to do with leadership. We also have our own leadership issue. Like them, the leadership issue that they get. So have we handled our leadership issue enough to handle the leadership issue of Benin Republic? That's what some of them will say.
You don't want me to talk. You don't want me to talk.
No. Okay, go ahead, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
You don't want me to say my own mind as the case may be. Maybe the questions are too many. But I just allow you to do the analysis. The Benin Republic does not have insurgency problem. What they have is a coup that happened just a few days ago, and it may not happen again in the next 5-10 years. For Nigeria for 15 years, obviously has been in Nigeria. Now coming to America to come and help us, yes, I agree that we cannot fight them effectively to cleanse them as case may be. Whether Nigeria is a sovereign nation or not, people are suffering. Kidnapping is on the high rise, bandits is on the high rise. Donald Trump talks too much, in my own opinion. I believe that if he had all the data in his hand, why waste time? I was thinking it would have been like that by now. Do the needful, then go back, as the case may be. Every day they keep planning. They want to take. You are talking to a deaf government that do not want to listen to you. Do you think that, as it is, if you are the president of Nigeria and you are enjoying power as the case may be, somebody says he wants to come into Nigeria to come and do whatever, you will not allow the person to come in. So if you are taking permission from Nigeria to come and fight the terrorist CTC, then you are wasting your time because the Nigerian government will never allow you to do that. Donald Trump.
You don't understand. So, sir, sorry, sir. Nigerian government will not allow you come and kill people that have been killing your people that you're unable to kill.
You already know the pedigree of the government. So why do you not do like you did in Iraq?
Okay. So they're not supposed to give us warning. They for just come ahead, can't do it in they won't do it, no matter.
That is when they bombed Iraq, when America bombed Iraq.
Okay.
During the Israeli-Palestinian war. What notice did America give to Iraq? If you give them notice that you are coming to invade them, or you begin to negotiate, they'll tell them not to come. So if you really want to help Nigeria, what I thought you would have done, if you had the data, step into the land. Nigerians, 80% of Nigerians were expecting Trump to be active by now. Clinton, these people, like he said, he knows where they are. If you want to take permission from Tinubu, he will not allow you. So you don't know Nigerian government before you started doing all these things. So Trump talks too much, in my own opinion. He's wasted a lot of time. And even informed the terrorists that he's coming. Now the terrorists will prepare and maybe either run or maybe do one or two things. Strike their bases. Then you give your reasons thereafter. George Bush would have done that. The first president of America, Ronald Reagan, would have done that. Then give a excuse later. That is what I was telling Trump. In my own opinion, I said, Trump, you are waiting to talk too much. You play to the gallery. What are you waiting for? If you really have the data, you know that these people are, you can do this or us. Invite the listen and take the terrorists out, as you say, smoke them out. In Afghanistan, what did they give them notice that they were coming to take Taliban's out? They went in there. Then when the war was complete, they gave their reasons. The Nigerian government will never allow America to come to the country. Too much negotiation on the table now. And the matter has now become a world matter now because the United Nations will say don't go. The ECOWAS say don't go. AU say don't go. When they are taking their action, decisive action quickly, then we begin to talk about it. Then it will have been a different ball game. So they are playing politics with the matter. That is what I'm trying to say. Even America is now playing politics with the matter. The United Congress, they will meeting today or tomorrow. Terrorists you are planning, they are watching you, they are watching your next step. So I don't understand. So too much talk and no action makes me bleed. That is just my take on this, please. They talk too much. Tinubu will not allow you. If you think it's Tinubu, when you are president of the country and it happens, you will not allow America to come to your country because you'll be scared that they will come and overthrow your government. That is why you can never get the consent of the president to invade Nigeria or to come and kill terrorists. So this is the problem we are having. Hello?
I didn't hear you, sir. I'm listening to you so that you not say that I'm attacking you. I want to be the analyst. All right. So a few things now, based on what you said. You did mention that coup is not something that happened every day in Benin Republic, and it may not happen again in the next 10 years. And yeah, whether there was a coup attempt too last year, and exactly 1 year ago, about 1 year ago, last year, and this now the second time it repeats within a circle of 1 year. So that means there may be the possibility that it may still happen again. How about that? If it don't happen before or once in 2 years, it's likely to happen again. That's another question. And then you mentioned 9/11. Sorry, sir. You mentioned 9/11. And I was going to ask, what will be the action of the United States government after 9/11? How did they treat these people? Did they catch the culprits? How many people then will be saying, not just the sponsors, not just the terrorists, but including those failing them, where our government don't come out, come name, including lists where they give them. You may say that the list was given to the past administration under President Muhammadu Buhari, but there is no way that administration would not have transmitted such list to this particular presidency. What is being done? What's the transparency in fighting this? At least from the intelligence we don't get, since we don't have the technology to get the intelligence. UAE don't get intelligence for us. What we don't do with the intelligence what we get so far to curb, to control the sponsors. Sir?
When 9/11 happened, was it the president that was in power that came to Osama building? It wasn't. It was Obama. How many years after 9/11 before they were able to neutralize the Al-Qaeda and the rest of them? How many years did it take?
How many years have we been fighting? How many years have we been fighting insurgency, sir? Is it not more than the number of years it took them to get Osama bin Laden? So
Nigeria is not as sophisticated technology like America.
And I wasn't make the one help us now. And I wasn't make at the action. Why would they complain?
That is, I have told you the reason why the president will complain. Because he wouldn't want them to come here because he feared to overthrow his government. What Trump would have done is to just invade, pick out those terrorists, as you said, their high etc. Neutralize them, then go back and explain.
All right, sir. So let's just move. Okay, I wanted us to just move on because you've already made that point before now. So moving on, the Nigerian government don't secure the release of 100 out of the almost 300 St. Mary's Catholic school children we visited kidnapped. And from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's response, he was very happy that we've been able to secure the release of the 100 students. However, no word on how and when we will secure the release of the remaining children. Now, let me read his statement. He said earlier today, that was waiting, that one of the response we give on Benin Republic issue. Let me quickly take his reaction and response on waiting and talk about the release of the young children from St. Mary's Catholic School. He talks, let me see if I can get that right there. So he talks, I have been briefed on the safe return of 100 students from the Catholic school in Niger State. I rejoice with Governor Omar Bago and commend our security agencies for the steadfast work in ensuring the safe return of the students, to their families since the unfortunate incident on November 21. Now, waiting in talk, he said, my directive to our security forces remains that all the students and other abducted Nigerians across the country must be rescued and brought back home. In all the things so in talk, make an old boy you were reading all. There was no mention on how Ibise will secure their release. Say a lot of times people don't ask that question. For instance, till now, we don't know who give the order for Kebbi State make the military move their checkpoint to there. We make them fit invade these schools. We don't know till today. And then on the release of the 21 girls or thereabouts from Kebbi School, we still know the negotiation because we didn't hear that any bandit or terrorist was shot. No exchange of gunfire, at least not in the news. No, nothing. So waiting to the circumstance where they release them, we do not know. I mean, even when this incident happened, the parents said there is no word yet from this terrorist. So they don't even know whether their children are alive or dead. It took the intervention of the National Security Advisor to tell the parents that, oh, your children are safe. That means he was sure that they were safe in the hands of the bandits. What do you go fit talk about this whole, where they like in a hide and seek? Where would they get with bandits? Where we know they fit open up, talk about waiting. I mean, in Sena countries, they tell, they explain the mood where they say how everything used to happen, so that like the citizens go see the transparency in the fight, battle where they fight. I would like to take your reaction on that, sir.
You know, in Nigeria here, there's a difference between rescue, release, etc.
Yeah. Now release the president talk.
I want to give an example.
Okay, sir.
Some years ago in Lagos, my car was snatched from me. And when the car was snatched from me, luckily for me, the armed robbers parked the car somewhere on the street. I was inside the boot of the trunk of the car. I ran from, miraculously, I opened the trunk. I was able to run to the nearest police station. When I got to the police station, I reported the incident of robbery. Policemen followed me there. I took my car and drove it to the station. Now, the following day, when they asked me to come, they said I should pay 30,000 naira. They now went on air to say that they recovered the stolen vehicle or snatched
for you
vehicle. That is what they said. They told my friends and my family that they are the ones that recovered, the vehicle. So it's the same thing these people are doing. They went there, they must have paid ransom. They must have paid ransom.
Oh, so Nigerian government must have paid ransom. But why a government go pay ransom to bandits, sir?
It's a political statement the president made. America will show you, as some other countries, if they will show you how they went to rescue those people. You see the video recorded. So
does it mean that there's some sort of complicity between? Does it mean that there's some sort of complicity in this whole fight against terrorism?
It was it's a political statement by the president.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
So if na political statement, then what's in that one tell? Okay, if in a political statement and you feel say them go don't pay ransom, what's it mean on the sincerity who they use fight terrorism for Nigeria?
It's a deceitful fight. Deceitful government.
Hell, deceitful government.
The government that dwell on lies and propaganda. Yes. That is the government we have. They will see black, they'll call it white.
Hey.
It's a government that has deceived people monumentally.
Oh, wow.
The government that you cannot rely on. Any information coming from Nigerian government, check it very well before you believe it.
Oh, wow.
If they tell you it's morning, the very careful because it's daytime, it's night time. So it's a government of propaganda.
Oh, wow.
And a government that want to dwell on sophistry. It's so sad.
And there's nothing we, the citizens, can do to hold the government accountable for such propaganda. Sir?
Nigerian citizens are helpless and hopeless.
Hey!
We are helpless and hopeless. And also helpless, as it is. So the government listen to citizens, even on the road. Government officials who are supposed to serve us, they drive us the way in siren. They flog us. Meanwhile, we are the ones paying tax. They drive us away. So, which mouth we get to say talk to the government here? If they talk too much, they come and arrest you. So it's a government of deceit, monumental fraud. It's a government that does sophistry. It's a government that is far away from the people. So these are plutocrats. It's a plutocratic government. The proletariats are not seen at all. So what do you want us to say? Our voices are not heard. It's only in Nigeria that the majority never have their way. It is only minorities that have their way. Who are the minority? Those in government. That is why you see what is happening now. They cannot include terrorists, bandit sponsors, because they are all their people. They are their friends. They are in government. So, Tinubu cannot probe or arrest those who are supporting his government. Who are part of the terrorist activity, who are sponsoring them.
So you really think, say, some of the people where they sponsor these people feed be part of in government, or feed the people where they support in government?
2 7 senators years back, I don't want to call their names, you know them. Kabiru Sokoto was saying in guest houses. The Sunday, the Christmas Day bumper.
Yes.
Wadume was eating with a senator. MTN, the line they use in communication, an MTN line was raised to a senator. He's still serving in government. So what do you want to tell me?
So now this one when you talk, don't remind me. I don't know whether you come across any particular report by one general, Major General Ali Kefi, where he did blow whistle, talk about how they use detain them unduly after President Muhammad Buhari then sent them on a particular operation to unveil the sponsors of this terrorist. And lo and behold, he begin dig and find that, say, he mentioned some names, about 23 of them. And it causes some of them, share one sort of relationship or the other to some powerful people in power. And what happened? Instead of him to get commendation, they arrested him, locked him up for 64 days, and forced him to resign from the military. And the man...
When he was going for that mission...
Yes, sir.
Was he not giving money?
So the money is supposed to make him shut up. So the money is not supposed to make him say the truth.
It was when the business went bad at Part to open up. Leave all these Nigerian people. Precious, people can leave all these people they talk for social media agency. Some of them are collaborators. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
The question I want to ask you now is, why have they not arrested Shegumi? Why have they not arrested Shegumi? Shegumi has come out openly to support terrorists. He has even begged for amnesty for them. He has even gone to the forest to meet with them when Buhari was a government. We saw pictures of him inside the forest with terrorists and bandits. See, today he has not changed his view. He said that they are marginalized. In the same government, they would have interfered him and questioned him. There was an Hausa boy, one other guy that is Shegumi's friend or whatever. They said he was a negotiator, terrorism and kidnappers, he was negotiating. He was arrested when they found out that they were bandits. I've forgotten his name. Where is the man today? Why have they not tried him? Why is it that no single terrorist has been arrested, tried, and jailed for life? Like they jailed Nnamdi Kanu. The question I'm asking, for 15 years we have been fighting. Where is Kabiru Sokoto today? Where is Wadume? Where is Toji?
Toji Bello.
So, yes.
Okay, so this one where you talk.
You captured, you not jail them. You are rehabilitating them. You are rehabilitating them. You take them to rehab. No single terrorist has been given life imprisonment. Terrorism is death penalty. which of them are not condemned to death? That you say they don't arrest. Why are Sultan of Sokoto, Emir of Kano, the Emir of Gwandu, and calling powerful leaders, why have not spoken against the terrorists? They're not there in Nigeria. Are they not in Nigeria?
Okay.
Why are they not saying anything about it?
So this one don't come remind me one thing where your brother for Niger Delta, Kīdnâpping, talk. You know, so the president transmits names of ambassadorial nominees to the National Assembly. And one of them now, Oga Ayodele Uke. And if you remember, him a former NIA boss, where he been gets corruption issue with the EFCC after Jonathan leave power. I don't know if you remember that case. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know the Koyi Gate issue and all that. And people were surprised that wait, somebody will get corruption issue they hang for your neck. Now they carry to go do ambassador, possibly for United States. How we won't make the international community use Lucas, you know. And while others they talk say, oh, does it mean that once you're loyal to APC, indeed the sins are forgiven? So Kīdnâpping said something. He said that, you know, said the APC they play politics with corruption, with terrorism, with what do they call them? Insecurity, because it's just like what you said. Once you're somehow close to government and you follow for anything we get to do with these things, your body will come out inside. And if you chronicle the history of this terrorism for Nigeria, I mean, we know what happened during Jonathan's administration prior to his President Muhammad Buhari's administration. The way we say the attacks where they happen to deter Jonathan administration. So people are looking at it that, I mean, somebody even mentioned it, that these bandits were their brothers from the Sahel that they brought in to help in election in 2015 and all that. And most of these bandits, they're so bold that they will tell you that we don't kill these people, we clear this village and we hold this ransom. See what we want. Your government know us, they know what we want. And everybody for government not come and talk. Most people, they say, we know these guys, we know what they want. It's either we give them what they want or we fight them. Erofai don't talk. A senator just said it last week. So it's not news that indeed they may indeed know who these people are. So how possible is it that because they perhaps may have one or two affiliation with the ruling party, or do you believe that the ruling party perhaps have soft spots for people where they do all this crime?
See, not just the ruling party, Nigerians work on ethno-religious identities.
Religious?
Many Nigerians. Ethno-religious.
Ethno-religious.
Most of the terrorists, whether you like it or not, bandits and terrorists terrorizing Nigeria today are from the northern part of Nigeria. Whether you like it or not. The people kidnapping today all over Nigeria are from northern part of Nigeria. They are Fulanis and some of them are Hausas. They are not Southerners.
But a particular governor say make I tell on say a particular governor say na for Niger Delta 9 terrorism start. Sorry, 9 kidnapping start. So you know be them. That means
now England they say football started from England, but now Brazil they play a pass today. So if they say so, he's just putting logic on his head. You understand? Because it's not addressing the issue. This is the problem we have in Nigeria today. That's why I tell you that. That's why I tell you that ethnic and religious problems that cause our problems. So he does not want to blame his people. He starts saying that he's running for Niger Delta. Now, Delta for the crime today. Armed robbery started from where?
Perhaps I mean Niger Delta won't stop because they give them amnesty. Perhaps these people also need to be given amnesty so that it will stop.
No, there are two different things.
There's been agitation for that. I'm sure you're aware, sir.
Economic emancipation is what we were fighting for. Against marginalization. Tell me what people around they fight for. Tell me what it is for issues that we fight for. What are they fighting for? Why are they kidnapping people? So these are questions we have to answer. You understand?
Yes, sir.
let's not the first reform can move on. Absolutely. So that is the situation, please.
All right, sir. So I'd like to get straight to Nnamdi Kanu's case. Today, Justice James Omotosho denied an appeal to be moved from Sokoto Correctional Center. Now, a lot of people they talk say, it was very punitive to have moved him far away to Sokoto State to go serve, especially considering there may be likelihood that he will appeal his case because of the proximity of appealing the case. There's no which appeal court he will use there, and then the proximity to his lawyers, who of course know the need for Sokoto State and all that. Make I take a reaction on that.
In the history of Nigeria, Awolowo was tried for terrorism in Nigeria and sent Calabar prisons. He did not serve in Ibadan or Ogun. He was taken to Calabar prisons.
But he was still within southern Nigeria, sir. Not in the north. Not the other end.
Within southern Nigeria, as at that time, it was southeast Nigeria, different from western Nigeria. Because he was from the western region, while he was taken to the southeastern region to go and serve. As at that time. Then in Oka meant he's serving jail term in South Africa for offenses he committed in Nigeria today.
Henry Oka.
His younger brother, Ima Oka, is serving jail term terrorism life imprisonment in Gusau prison. Kīdnâpping was sent to Gashua by various governments. So for me, Nnamdi Kanu's case is not different from all these things that has happened. What the lawyers needed to have done is to appeal to the court and the conscience of the court and show reasons. The reasons should be either health reasons or mental state. The court will not grant such. People want to blame Justice Omotosho, but I tell you the truth, the law talks about substance and not about form.
Why do you think they would have talked about mental health, sir? Why do you think they would have talked about mental health?
That is it. Nnamdi Kanu was acting in a way that a normal human being will not act. He was comparing with the judge. He was fighting his lawyers. That tells you that the man was not in a good state of mind. And you will not blame him because he has been in detention for about 10 years. A man that has been enclosed in a place for 10 years can never reason the same way you that were enjoying freedom for 10 years have been doing. So there's a mental, a psychological problem that ought to have been placed before the court. Nnamdi Kanu on his own cannot just say, I don't want this lawyer. There's a reason why he said so. He might not be thinking well because of psychological problems he's having. The lawyers ought to have informed the court that, my lord, on that mental psychological ground, if you can give us some days to talk to him and appeal to him so that he can change his mind and see how we can retreat the legal thing. He told them to go and they walked away. When they knew that he cannot defend himself properly in court, the court is not for that Christmas. The court gave him 7 days to defend. Who were thinking, people should have come and met Nnamdi Kanu and talk to him and say, please, sir, let your lawyers represent you. No matter how angry you are, please let them represent. Nobody said anything. You just say because he said you should go, you just go. As a lawyer, if my client has been in detention for 5 years, and he said inside the open court and said I should not represent, I will say no. I will step down that matter because I know that you don't dismiss your lawyers in the open court. You write to them and say you don't need their services, so after court. But the man said, I don't need you again here. It means that something was wrong somewhere. The lawyers could not decipher. They could not detect that. It's very wrong. It's very wrong.
So
let me tell you.
Okay, sir.
Maybe the Kalu's lawyers are the ones spoiling his case.
Yeah.
When they spoil it, they come to newspaper and social media begin to talk things I don't understand.
How in lawyers? How now the kind of lawyers use the spoiling case? I beg, educate us, sir.
There are many. I can't even say that I'm angry with them. Please, they know. They know. The man has a good case, but look at the lawyers who are following. They are fighting over money and all those things. So what kind of thing is that? You are representing in a sensitive matter like that. Do you know that case that we were, did the same thing and said Ganesh should not represent him? But people saw and said, no, maybe this man not the think well. They have to get some other lawyers who did their best on the tribunal. They are much as still went and killed him. So these are the things. As lawyers, we have seen loopholes that the lawyers have mistakes they have made. That is why the man is so satisfied or was so satisfied with his team. The first people that started, he told them to, because they didn't know exactly where he was going to. He knew his case very well. But those who were looking for fame. So it was now easy. You go to the court, you take a picture of Nnamdi Kanu, you now have about 100 million followers. But you're not doing the right thing. I don't want to talk about Nnamdi Kanu's matter, please, because I am getting a little bit sick and tired of saying the same thing over and over every day. He's a man that would have been out of prison since. There are collaborators with the government in that is legal thing. And I want to ask question, why should that be? Now, what motion? Did you go through the motion they filed? Did you go through the motion they filed before the motor shop? Have you seen the motion? Very watery. Which excuse did you give that are binding? Even the medicalists, they say, okay, produce evidence that these doctors are quacks. You can't produce them and you allege that they are quacks. You know, when if a man is sick, you should want to produce evidence from the hospital that he is sick. So what did the lawyers do? That's the question I'm asking. When they are doing those things, they don't want to listen to anybody. But when the court rejects, they come to the public to tell people that this will happen. So that you begin to blame the judge. You keep blaming the judge. But you don't blame yourself. Precious, please.
Wow. All right. So just before I let you go, me and you don't talk about this matter as a concern River State. I've been avoiding River State issues all this while, but since it don't happen again, make I talk about them. So we know how the 17 and how many lawmakers they use defects to APC. Can't deny say they no defects after they say they will carry them go courts. Court can judge talk say they truly no defects. To the Supreme Court, even though that matter was not before the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court took advantage of a matter that was not before them and pronounced on a matter that was not before them, that was in a lower court. And say you know that one. But that's notwithstanding. The Supreme Court don't talk. Nobody else go fit talk anything again inside the matter. But at the end of the day, these people now don't finally shame the Supreme Court to support them. Because he finally become to APC. What's in that one mean, sir?
You know, people make mistake in that judgment. I have the judgment too.
What's in the judgment?
Let me tell you, it was Safe that did a cross appeal. In that particular February 28th judgment, Safe did a cross appeal. It was the cross appeal that touched on the nature of the people that defected, that the Supreme Court acted upon. Ask any lawyer, when there's a cross appeal and appeal, the Supreme Court will deal with the appeal and deal with the cross appeal. Even though the matter was not raised, but it was raised through a cross appeal. So
that through the cross appeal, then they mention about the.
Then they make that, originally it was not part of the decision. But when there was a cross appeal from the government's camp. So if there's a cross appeal, the court must deal with it. It's just like
but it's okay. Whether cross appeal day now, day now. Should be they don't come finally still do waiting then they accuse and say they do. Nah,
they don't defect again. Make PDP go court again now.
PDP don't say they will carry them go court for defecting twice.
They go December with this. So next year election campaign will start. What they did there, you begin to blame judiciary now and tomorrow. But you have forgotten that yes, so we politically asmarted other people. He left some in PDP and some in APC. Is it not so?
Yes.
And not be so?
The people where the PDP no plenty now, just about 5 of them or 3 of them. So.
It doesn't matter. Assuming you sack the people from APC, the level where remain will choose their speaker. Because their PDP did not defect. They will not choose their speaker. And that speaker will say records to come back, pending appeal. Because they are the same camp. They work together hand in sync. So now strategy, now political strategy.
So Barrister Sim Adams, the question is this the kind of country we want to be living in? Because people have to be politically correct and show their political minds.
The house I live in Lagos is not where I am supposed to live, but I manage it. It's the same thing with the country. It's not the kind of country we wish, but will I run away from Nigeria? We have to manage and find a way to repair it. So one says, yes, it's not the kind of country we wanted or we want. But what are we doing about repairing it? Still the question.
All right, sir. All right, sir. Make I let you run. Yes. Thank you so much for stopping by and giving us your great insights. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
Yes, I appreciate. God bless
you. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you too.
God bless you.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, sir. Goodbye. All right. Okay. All right, Nigerians. Phone lines are open, so you can jump in on the conversation. 081702940 0817029407. That is the number to call to follow us Putman for the conversation. 0817029407. Sincere apologies. We were supposed to have Alhaji Majid Dahiru today, but he's indisposed. But that interview may likely happen as soon as he's back on his feet. So, and not may, will, because he's given us assurance. So it's going to definitely happen as soon as possible. As soon as that happens, I would also let you know once we negotiate. But before I begin to talk of other matters, make I quickly bring on attention to matter what BC happened today. We happen with Nigerians talk about what they trend today. As the Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu during the coronation ceremony for the Yeye Asiwaju Ile Odua for inside, I think that was yesterday. Yeah. For interrupted Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke, will be the governor of the state, by the way, interrupt the man's speech, threatening to switch off his microphone as he sang. Now, the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyogunwusi Ojaja II, on Sunday conferred the title of Yeye Asiwaju Ile Odua on Mrs. Tinubu during the 10th anniversary of his coronation. The title was previously held by the late Hannah Idowu Didiolu Awolowo, the wife of the late sage and anti-colonialist Obafemi Awolowo. Now, Mr. Adeleke, in his goodwill speech, praised the First Lady as a pillar of national development, whose contributions have facilitated numerous impactful initiatives across the country. He also extolled the Oni's remarkable decade of transformative leadership. While he sang Christian songs during the speech, the First Lady interrupted him. The First Lady, who is a pastor, by the way, interrupted him, stating, "Mo makpa Mike in the Yoruba language," meaning I'll switch off your microphone. Now, minutes before Mrs. Tinubu's threat, she had mounted the stage to inform Mr. Adeleke that he had minutes left to wrap up his speech while showing her 5 right-hand fingers. Now, he said, I'm giving you 5 minutes to finish your speech. The music is enough. Now, waiting Mrs. Tinubu tell the governor of the state, Adeleke. Now, a video of the moment has sparked controversy since it went viral, as many people as possible berated the First Lady for what they call humiliating that she humiliated a sitting governor. Reacting to the incident, quite a couple of people take, turns, react and talk their thoughts inside X, aka Twitter. I think one Chukwemeka with the handle Nane posted and said, constitutionally, the governor is higher than the Oni of Ife and can dethrone the Oni. He is also higher than the First Lady, who is not constitutionally recognized in the first place. It is an insult for the First Lady, high-handedness, I dare say, to talk to a sitting governor in that manner. What a display of ignorance. Now, it reflects the mess in our society or in our system. How can a First Lady with unconstitutional power, with no legal authority, humiliate a constituted authority in his own territory? I felt very bad for the governor. Mrs. Jagaban needs to exercise restraint. We've had several first ladies before her, and so the ex-leader, ex-user Tom. Another ex-user, Tom, also posted this. Now, I think Afobaje X said, Mrs. Remi Tinubu is such an overbearing, high-handed, despotic, domineering, arrogant, and condescending woman. I didn't write them all. You did for X, not me write them. She oozes these traits without even having to talk or act. You don't expect a sane and progressive society with Nigeria in the hands of people like her. That's what you talk. Now, Oluremi Tinubu is a very disrespectful woman. The governor of Osun State is simply expressing his joyful heart in his very jovial nature to God for the event, and yet disrespected. She disrespected him, or you disrespected him because he tagged Tinubu's wife. Meanwhile, the ONE expressed deep appreciation to the First Lady during the event for her unwavering support over the years. She is the mother of the nation. Exactly 10 years ago, on the 7th of December 2015, she stood by me through thick and thin to make sure this coronation happened, all that and all that. Like I show no evidence, so I need to talk without evidence, like. So here is an evidence of what happened. Oh, before we even go straight to that evidence, I was also, of course, a what do they call this now? A video of a grand entrance into the coronation over the weekend. If you see the entrance, it hot well. So there was a video of her grand entrance into the coronation. Now, a lot of people don't talk about this one. While some people say that the APC generally needs serious rebranding and PR. Because obviously there are some people within the APC they need to do their work well to make sure they represent the image, or present rather the image of the APC generally very well. So before I go to that video where APC be the bone of contention, make I show you her grand entrance into the coronation. This is it, where she was coming into the coronation. Make I just reduce the mic, honorable. So that's it there. Okay. So did they sing? They follow her, and she was more like in a chariot. Being shuffled into the event in a very glamorous event, by the one, in a very flamboyant style, or as you like to have. That's her, that's a first lady, in a very royal style. And so she used enter inside the event. Oh yeah, make her go ahead, go play on that thing will happen between she and Oga Adeleke. Make it choose.
Olúwa mi mo dúpẹ́. Olúwa mi mo dúpẹ́. Olúwa mi mo dúpẹ́. Olúwa Olúwa ọba títí láyé tó lè yí padà.
Now, in case some people don't understand waiting the BC they happened there, well, some people they also remember say Osun State they're very important to this administration, and some people they don't say they don't. They gossip. All we can gossip. They gossip say, the president's fit tracing origin to Osun State. So that makes Osun State very important to the president, and perhaps I'm waiting make the wife of the president they receive such a revered title for inside Ocean State. But you see that drama ABC happen there, and it's really very, very disheartening that we hear or see things like this happen in Nigeria. But then again, here we are. I mean, so it take the be sometimes, and the kind of things we really see sometimes. But let me speak on something else very quickly. So the bishop, by the way, phone lines are open, by the way, so feel free to jump in on the conversation 0817-029-4077, or you follow the link with it by the pin post, and the link will bring you straight into the studio, make you feel join the conversation inside the studio, right? Okay, so where is that conversation? So the bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Enugu, Right Reverend Dr. Samuel Ike, has launched a scathing attack on Nigeria's political class, accusing them of being heartless and without conscience, while the country reels from insecurity, kidnapping, and economic hardship. Now, in a viral video clip that has at least gone very viral, Bishop Ike, speaking through the pulpit, did not mince words. He said, these people are heartless. They don't have conscience. That's what they tell our politicians. Nigeria is bleeding. People are being kidnapped every day. People are suffering. Yet, what concerns them is 2027. That is waiting to be their problem there at 2027. How they will come back to power. The cleric accused politicians of focusing solely on retaining or regaining power while deliberately neglecting the welfare of ordinary Nigerians. He said they are not thinking of how to make life easy for citizens. He continued, all they are thinking about is how to come back in 2027. Now, this is their preoccupation, and they're ready to kill, to steal, to rig, anything just to come back to power. Now, the video originally shared, I think, by an ex-user, it sparked widespread reaction online with, I think, one Dami is, I think so, with many Nigerians echoing the bishop's frustration. Some expressed fear that speaking out could also put the cleric at risk, because now some people fear. But Bishop Ike's outbursts comes amid growing clerical criticisms of President Bola Tinubu's administration. Earlier in 2025, the Catholic Bishop of Bishops' Conference in Nigeria had similarly condemned the rising wave of violence and corruption, calling for urgent constitutional reforms. As Nigeria battles persistent insecurity in multiple regions, rampant inflation, and a deepening cost of living crisis, voices from the pulpit are increasingly joining the chorus, demanding for accountability from people in power. But will they ever be really accountable to their people? Let's take a listen to what the bishop had to say.
A present crop of national leadership and sub-national leaders to speak the truth are corrupt. They are bereft of political principles. They have no political scruples, conscience. They live, it has seems, plan for self, for family, for cronies, and not for national interest. Largely bankrupt of character and integrity. Many, including from the presidency, are already campaigning for re-election in 2027 in the midst of grave national crisis of governance, insecurity, jihadist agenda, Christian genocide, high cost of living, multiple taxation. That's what preoccupies them. And they say they are serving the people, far from the truth. Our dear governor, who is a close associate to Chief Olansi, who is ably represented here, we cannot talk about this man of politics, of governance, and re-engineering Nigeria in diverse ways. That's why he has been either a founder in UNCP, or he will put himself up as a chairmanship candidate of PDP, and every way. I know he means well. So here, as the commissioner takes it back to him, we commend all the good works that are happening in Enugu to defeat its status of the capital of the former Eastern region, East Central State, Old Anambra State, and the hub of the East right now. We thank God for all they are doing. We see the roads, urban re-engineering. We hired in your budget 1.62 trillion naira budget estimate, budget of renewal of momentum. That's what I read. We called it.
you hear the thing with the bishop get to talk. I mean, also talking about the Enugu state government there. Well, that's about it. Let's see. I think I've pretty much spoken to almost all the conversations we've had tonight. There was also an expose. I think I talked about this earlier. How Kebbi State allocates 10 billion naira for 1,300 people to go to Hajj, but the way less amount of money now then gets for water, health, education, because 10 billion naira past the amount we BC then puts for health, education, and water resources combined together. And that's so sad. So people are complaining about it. And in Anambra State, global concern is mounting over the safety of a detained whistleblower. Nnamdi Daniel is his name. Now, yes, in Anambra State. Despite multiple court orders granting him bail, orders that remain unexecuted, Eme continues to languish in prison under increasingly dangerous conditions. Now, his situation raised questions about obstruction of justice, abuse of state power, and the safety of whistleblowers in Nigeria. Now, it was gathered that a weapon was recently smuggled into the prison, allegedly as a part of a plot to stage a fight and assassinate the 27-year-old whistleblower. The allegation was also confirmed by his father, Professor John Eme, who said the family received credible intelligence that the weapon was brought in with explicit instructions: provoke a brawl, eliminate Nnamdi, and disguise the killing as a prison altercation. Wow. So, following the alarming development, blueprints for free speech and 20 international civil society organizations issued an open letter demanding Nnamdi's immediate release in compliance with court orders, an independent investigation into the threats, and, of course, guarantees of his safety both in custody and when he is freed. So the petition addressed to the heads of Nigeria's justice, policing, corrections, and foreign affairs, human rights, and also interior ministries, urged Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun to make public the findings of police investigations that have remained shrouded in secrecy for nearly 2 years. 2 years. Now, the letter also went to, I think, Sylvester DC and, quite a couple of people I will mention. However, on the 20th of November 2025, the National Human Rights Commission acknowledged receipt of the complaint and registered it under, registered case number, I won't mention, forwarding it to its Anambra office for preliminary investigation. Yet, despite the international outcry, Nnamdi remains in custody behind bars, still awaiting the execution of a bail order first granted over 18 months ago. Now they don't grant bail. 18 months ago. Before his arrest, Nnamdi served as an IT tracking specialist with the Anambra State Police Command during his National Youth Service in 2022. He assisted efforts to track several high-profile suspects and was widely seen as a brilliant, resourceful young tech guy. Everything changed in early 2023 when the anonymous blog Gistlover published explosive allegations of an extrajudicial killing, organ harvesting, and kidnapping, and also extortion by officers of Anambra State Response Squad, RRS. Remember that's gist by Gistlover, prior to the election, or during that election period. So the same unit that Nnamdi works in. So of course, if you say Nahim could only the secrets to Gistlover. So the blog named senior officers, including CSP Patrick Agbazwe and Inspector Harrison Akama, as alleged perpetrators. Multiple sources later suggested that Nnamdi had supplied the evidence behind the leaks, instantly making him a target. So multiple sources later suggested that Nnamdi had, on the 17th of February, the Inspector General of Police, then Usman Alkali Baba, ordered an investigation panel. Its findings were never released till today. To know whether what's in the guy even talk about that true or not, they never released until today. 3 days later, an arrest warrant surfaced, warned that his life was in danger. Nnamdi fled to Benin Republic, where he was arrested on the 3rd of March 2023, following an Interpol red notice on him. However, he was extradited to Nigeria shortly after. According to Red Notice Monitor, all charges filed against him, including fraud, money laundering, impersonation, firearm possession, and defamation, aligned with those frequently used by repressive states to silence whistleblowers. Nnamdi's ordeal in the Nigerian legal system reads like a case, more like a case study on system dysfunction. of systematic dysfunction. He was initially detained at the FCID in Abuja before being moved to CID Oka. I think Sahara reporters had also reported about this before because it was gathered by them that the public outrage halted an alleged plot to assassinate him during the transfer, forcing authorities to produce him in court. On May 17, 2023, Justice Riemann of the Federal High Court in Abuja granted him bail pending trial. Meanwhile, all the bail conditions were fulfilled except one: surrendering his passport, which was being withheld by the police. Oh, yeah, police, give him passport, make him surrender now. They no agree. A court order on the 27th of May 2023 compelled the police to release the passport, which they eventually did on 6th of July 2023. It was learned that the officials of the Federal High Court in Oka allegedly obstructed his actual release, even after he don't meet all the obligations. Now, when Justice Riemann died months later, the case was reassigned to Justice S.M. Shuaibu, who on, I think, 15th of May 2004, issued a formal release warrant. Instead of freeing Nnamdi, the police rushed to court the next day with an ex parte motion to halt execution of the court order or the bail order. However, Justice Shuaibu dismissed the motion on July 2024, and I think 9 July 2024, yet the prison still did not release him. Soon after, Justice Shuaibu proceeded on a long leave and was transferred out of state. Hell, what a fate. His replacement, Justice Evelyn Anyadike, restarted the case, I think de novo, on 15th of November 2024, only for lawyers to discover that critical documents, including Nnamdi's release warrant, had mysteriously vanished from the court file. So the justice not even see all those things. In January 2023, Justice Anyadike ruled that new sureties must be provided to perfect bail objections by MS legal representative were overruled. Now the trial resumed on March 2025, but when two state witnesses were called to appear and cross-examine the case, thereafter the case was adjourned to 17th of June 2025. On June 2025, the trial was set to resume, but was adjourned again. Meanwhile, the trial also resumed on 23rd of September 2023. One state witness was called to appear and be cross-examined. Thereafter, the case was adjourned till December 9th. You can imagine the way they shifted, like they just want him to be there perpetually. Now, sources told Sahara reporters, according to them, that in late October 2025, information was received that Nnamdi Eme's life was in danger after a weapon was smuggled into court, which in Ibise they won't use kill him. They will just form saying that two fighting inside court, and by the time then go kill him. The question is, why do we have such injustices going on in Nigeria? Why do we have such injustices going on? So these are the kind of things we will talk about. Now, this is an injustice against someone. There is no evidence whatsoever that linked him to the whistleblowing, to if Nahim actually blew the whistle, to the gist lover. He's languishing in jail. A brilliant chap. Guy will be seen and see as better head, where they help them for tech matters. He don't enter trouble. He don't enter trouble like this. Now, this is how he perhaps just want to ruin his life. If they no kill him, they could just live and there perpetually. This are the kind of things really happen for Nigeria. So for those of you who will be abroad and be saying, speak truth to power, you don't speak truth to power. This is an example of what truth to power can do to you in Nigeria. It's only you that you're in that place, you're hiding like that can speak truth to power. Not everyone can. Because when you do, wahala na your own if you do. And that's a problem. Well, make I take a bow. Thank you so much. I'd like to appreciate you guys for your thoughts, your reactions, and of course for always being part of this show. That's quite a couple of things we'd like to talk about, but then the days are. Have I told you what is going on between Peter Obi and ADC, right? So the bus is getting hotter and hotter because people are saying that, you know what, be like, see, with the look of things, the way people carry Peter Obi for head. People like said they even fear Peter Obi past Atiku Abubakar and other politicians. But why exactly are they afraid of him? That's what people will be asking. I'll see you guys tomorrow evening with a very special guest. I won't let you in on it so that I don't go disappoint you now. I'll see you tomorrow with a very special guest. For now, protect your mental health, because he who worries about Nigerian problem and runs away lives to worry another day. If you've not subscribed to this platform, please ensure that you do so. Kindly click on the subscription button, click on the like button, and then share this post. Make sure say it gets to as many people as possible around who continue to speak for the growth and development of our nation. I love you. Good night and God bless you.